People talk about the 7 deadly sins like they're old religious scare tactics, like they belong in dusty books and medieval paintings. They don't. They're still running the world. They just changed clothes and learned how to hide behind modern language. And karma isn't some cosmic punishment system keeping score like a judge. Karma is cause and consequence playing out through your character. It's the shape your mind takes over time. It's the debt or discipline you carry into tomorrow. Each of the so-called deadly sins doesn't destroy you all at once. They work in layers, quiet levels. You rarely notice the drop while it's happening. Pride sits at the top because it blinds first. Pride convinces you that you're already complete. Once that happens, growth becomes an insult instead of an opportunity. The Hermetic writings warn that ignorance disguised as certainty locks the mind in a cage it built itself. Karma here is isolation. The more someone worships their own reflection, the fewer people they trust and the less truth they can hear. Greed is hunger that forgot what nourishment feels like. It turns life into accumulation without satisfaction. Buddhism speaks about craving as the root of suffering because it trains the mind to live in permanent lack. The karmic level here isn't poverty or wealth. It's emptiness. A person can own half the world and still feel like something vital slipped through their fingers. Lust gets misunderstood. It isn't desire itself. It's desire without presence. It teaches people to consume connection instead of experience it. Stoic writers warn that surrendering to impulse hands control of your life to whatever sensation shouts loudest. Karma turns intimacy into transaction. People stop seeing each other and start chasing reflections of themselves. Envy poisons perception. It convinces you that someone else's light dims your own. Jung wrote that comparison is the fastest way to lose contact with your individual path. The karmic effect is paralysis. Energy that could build something real gets spent measuring someone else's progress. Gluttony isn't just food. It's excess in any form used to drown discomfort. Endless scrolling, noise, distraction, stimulation. It numbs the instinct that tells you when enough has arrived. Karma appears as dependency. The mind forgets how to sit with silence and begins to panic when life slows down. Wrath feels powerful in the moment. It gives the illusion of control. But anger that rules decisions turns people into tools for their own destruction. Marcus Aurelius wrote that rage punishes the one who carries it more than the one who receives it. The karmic level becomes chaos. Relationships fracture. Judgment gets clouded. Regret shows up late but stays long. Sloth is the quietest one and sometimes the most dangerous. It isn't laziness in the simple sense. It's spiritual and mental surrender. It's knowing something must change and choosing comfort anyway. Karma here is stagnation. Life doesn't collapse dramatically. It just slowly shrinks. These 7 patterns aren't enemies outside you. They're tendencies inside everyone. They form 7 downward steps when they run unchecked. But they also reveal 7 upward paths when they're recognized. Pride can become humility, which opens the mind. Greed can turn into discipline, which teaches sufficiency. Lust can evolve into presence, which builds real connection. Envy can become admiration, which inspires growth. Gluttony can transform into restraint, which restores clarity. Wrath can refine into controlled strength, which protects without destroying. Sloth can convert into responsibility, which gives life direction. Karma isn't waiting to punish anyone. It simply reflects what you practice. As the Kybalion states, nothing escapes the law of cause and effect. What you feed grows. What you neglect decays. Most people fear judgment after death. The harder truth is that judgment happens daily through the habits you repeat and the character those habits carve into you. The crowd, the noise, the modern world, they make these patterns look normal. But normal doesn't mean harmless. The real work is noticing which level you stand on right now and deciding whether you climb or descend. No one is free from these forces, but anyone can decide which direction they walk.